Connor was hitting some insane rests. If Pappi can understand what some of the overextensions they were making were, there's at least like one point where on top flat, Connor I think hit a ASDI Pappi's down air and immediately rested off it. He was down airing Pappi's combos with Fox and Falco just straight out of them. It's Connor's thrown some interesting things out. So if Pappi could learn how to mitigate some of those extra rests he was taking, that could be a big difference for sure.
That's one example of the rest, but he is going to lose the stock. Right? But was it a good trade, or do you think too early to start stock trading?
Well, Hunter at least seems to think so. That's very consistent. I've seen Hunter will almost take that trade every time because there also is a chance that they will go off the top, which is another thing, especially if you mix it up or it's a time where they're not thinking about rest as much. And if they go off the top, then you don't have that. And at worst case, they're going to not have invincibility. You are. That was unfortunate. Hunter kind of getting caught with no jumps.
Yeah. And stream actually cannot see the gameplay at this moment right now, so only we can see the gameplay. So, and it's I guess in the a little bit of radio broadcast, so it is 35% to 28%. Climbing on Haunter. Pappi looking to close the stock out. Oh, feels so bad that unfortunate that you didn't get to see, but we got a tight match on deck now.
Yeah, Pappi is looking really strong this game. Might go up 3 stocks to 1 here in a second if they can close out this edge guard. And Hunter again finding himself lacking off stage without any jumps and falling to death under their own accord slightly.
Definitely. Great patience with Pappi. Oh, we have a little bit of a slippy bug here. Oh, never mind. We are back. It looks like a bit of a lag spike. As they reset to neutral. Okay, we are back in action here. Looks like defensive reset neutral. Pappi trying to find an opening. I'd say he's trying to clip Haunter. Would you say trying to clip him? One of those big
these really fast, like lengthy aerials going across and past, just trying to find a knockdown on Puff with these dares, and then if any part hits, especially these percents, it's going to be a knockdown. So then from there can try and piece something else together. But sometimes trying to get the hard hit itself is hard in neutral, so that down air is a good move to try and use to set something easier up.
And the back air takes that stock in the game, but a war of attrition game, gotta say, Trey. Would you say war of attrition?
Yeah, I'd say Pappi was just looking pretty good there, to be honest. Kind of bopped Hunter a little bit. Definitely, like it's always can go down to a war of attrition of sorts, but Hunter's going to need to. I've seen Hunter live to really high percents. Hunter gave up a few early kills there. It's slightly uncharacteristic in my opinion. So I think that we might see a different Hunter this next game, or at least without some of those jump mistakes. That big.
Yeah, I'd say the full hop. So much mileage is the one thing I saw with Pappi. He got so much mileage out of the full hop. It looked like Hunter was always reaching, trying to catch Pappi, and he wasn't really able to get him after the first stock. He got the rest.
Yeah. Maybe that's an adjustment Pappi has made since they've been playing, trying to play that slightly more baby game, fade away a little bit more, be quicker to move, and not let themselves get caught the same way that was happening the other day. And Hunter hasn't adjusted that yet and is still reaching a little bit. Yeah. Swinging at things that were there before. Ghosts of last sets past, per se.
Yeah, big agree. Ghosts of last sets. The last sets of the past, indeed. Haunter looking a bit better, waiting for the full hops this time. As he's waiting for the full hops, and he's waiting for the late downers from Pappi. Trying to take the stock. Oh, he eats a 4B.
Yeah, not much shishing from either player yet, but I'm sure we'll see some at some point here.
Definitely. Oh, the zigzag drift. I gotta say, I love the little details you're seeing out of the aerial drift out of both players. Trying to get the other one kind of to reach you. It's like this little bubble. It's like this little bubble you're seeing. It's like who breaks the bubble first and tries to get the opening.
Yeah, they're fading in and out of each other's threat ranges, and whichever one is quick enough to pull the trigger and react to it when that threat distance is broken by the other one is been able to come out on top. And right, because we see in this game, it seems to be a lot more reserved than the one from earlier, and honestly what I feel like I've seen in some of their past sets. I feel like these two are bouncing around each other a lot more.
Definitely. Would you say it's a big threat right now with Hunter at this high percent? Because if you get enough to rest, you want the stock trade. I think it'd be ideal to take the stock trade.
I mean, if you're Hunter, most definitely. Yeah, I think like at any point, if you can land a rest right now, definitely be a very opportune thing.
Yeah, doing well right now. Oh my goodness!
This is exactly what I was talking about from their last sets. Hunter was raw resting out of these aerials, and when you're in a situation like that, at really high percent or really low percent, if it's against Falco, they don't necessarily have the best rest punish. So if you're either going to die anyway, or they can't kill you anyway, sometimes mashing that rest out of their grabs or other things can net you some serious, or shines can net you some seriously punishing rests. Because if they're just slightly too late, they get hit by it. It works against Fox up throw up air at times. It's worked really consistently for Hunter against Pappi that I've been seeing in their last 4 sets now. So it's definitely very good. And I also have not seen Hunter miss it, really.
Yeah, good point. A good eye too. I'm glad that you mentioned the up throw upper because that's something Hungrybox does a lot. He will do like when there's up throw upper, you'll see him go for that setup. It's not often that you see it, but it's nice to see that other puffs have done it too, and that you see it in other scenarios, like you saw there with that Nair overextension.
I would say Hunter. Oh my gosh, Hunter yesterday was probably 4 for 5 on it, including a last stock scenario to like clutch out a game. He's been very proficient with it. It's definitely, at least for Hunter, is an extremely real tool in their arsenal that they've been making a lot of work of, especially against Falco specifically. And a lot of these crazier rests against Falco, Hunter seems to be a lot more comfortable with because there is just not the threat of being rest punished in the same way.
Yeah, most definitely. You can tell he's well versed in the matchup. I mean, playing Pappi at time will definitely do that to you. But he looks comfortable. Oh, I think that thing was probably not intentional. Probably meant to pound or something there.
No, I've seen Hunter try and do a couple sync setups, and I do not think that would have been one of them.
Yeah. Oh, the trades with the Nair. Definitely what Pappi wants. I mean, and Pappi can definitely still bring it back. Oh, the forward throw coming out. This is scary. I like the conditioning. I love the conditioning from Hunter. You know, almost like
game like roll.
Yeah. Yeah, that is so smart.
Later, that's going to start transitioning into rest as well. Yeah. And Hunter doesn't need you to roll on top of them for the rest too. They are more than willing to try and bait it out and feign that they're too far away for it, and then jump on top, rest, wave dash in. And Hunter is very good at trying to set these up. And
as we say that, Pappi turning up the pressure, but all of a sudden this game just got a lot more aggressive.
Yeah. I think switching up the tempo and spacings against Puff at these high kill percents late in games can be a really good way to find kills that you haven't been able to find the rest of the game. Because if they're so used to playing a certain spacing and tempo, and all of a sudden it's not there, but you only need to clip them one time to win the game, it's a lot like that. It's a lot easier to make them second guess themselves and just get hit by something.